Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see if you are going to have an inclined system, how to find out the force component. Force component that is along horizontal and vertical axis. So if you see, we have one what you can say inclined plane which is inclined at an angle of 30 degree with respect to the horizontal. So with respect to horizontal, it is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees. Then next, if you see on this one box, it is being kept. So if you see this box again, on this box we are applying a force of 200 Newton, which is again inclined at an angle of 30 degrees with this inclination. Right? So if you see now, this line and this line, they are parallel. Right? So with this line, it is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees. And if you want to compare it with this angle, so from here till here, this is 30 degrees. Then next again from here till here, it is 30 degrees. So therefore, if you see, this is the inclined plane what we have. With respect to the horizontal, that surface is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees. Again with that inclined surface, force is applied at an angle of 30 degrees. So therefore totally it is inclined at an angle of 60 degrees with respect to the horizontal. Then next, if you want to find out only force component, you have to find out only force component. What will be summation of f of x and summation of f of y. So very simple, we have we'll write here summation of f of x, that will be equal to, if you see the arrow now, it is going to move towards left side, therefore it is minus 200, it will be cos of 60 degrees. So therefore we will be getting answer as minus of 100 newtons. Then next we can calculate summation of f of y. So if you resolve this force along y direction, it is going to move downwards, therefore it is minus 200. We are resolving away from the angle, therefore it is sine of 60 degrees. So therefore this will be minus of 173.2 newtons. This is how we can calculate when we have an inclined plane. Then next, let us try to see another problem. So in this problem, if you see, so in this problem what happens that again we'll try to determine the resultant of system of forces acting on a body as shown in figure. So we have one body which is resting on an inclined plane. So we have to determine the resultant of the system of forces. So another thing what they have given is that take the coordinate direction as shown in the figure. So what they have given is that here they have given the reference axis about which we have to calculate the resultant. So now here they have given the x-axis. About this axis itself we have to resolve the forces and we have to get the solution. This is x-axis and perpendicular to that we have the y-axis. Right? So again same thing, let us try to resolve the forces now and let us try to calculate the resultant force. So again summation of f of x. So now this force 600 Newton force, this has to be resolved along x-axis. Now this is the x-axis we have. So angle is given with respect to y-axis, vertical axis. So if you are going to resolve along x-axis, it will be sine. And if you see the arrow, it is going to move towards downwards. Therefore, this will be minus of minus 600 sine of 45 degrees. Then next, this force we have to take 700 newtons. If you are going to resolve it along x-axis, it will be moving towards right side upwards, that is positive, and we are going to resolve along the angle, therefore this is cos of 30 degrees. Cos of 30 degrees. If you simplify this, we will be getting summation of f of x, that will be 181.953 181.953 newtons. Then next, let us try to calculate summation of f of y. So we have to resolve this force now along y direction. So we have force, if you resolve along y direction, it is going to move downwards. Therefore this is minus. So it is minus 600 and we are going to resolve along the angle. Therefore this is cos of 45 degrees. Then next we have 700 Newton force and this has to be resolved along y axis. So if you resolve, it is going to move downwards, therefore it is minus 700. We are resolving away from the angle, therefore it is sine of 30 degrees. So if you simplify, we will be getting answer as 25.736 newtons. So let us try to calculate now what is the resultant. So therefore now resultant will be equal to resultant R, that will be equal to 181.953 square plus 25.736 square and square root of this. So we will be getting value of R, that is equal to 183.764. This is nothing but the magnitude of the resultant. Then next you have to calculate theta value, that will be equal to tan inverse of summation of f of y by summation of f of x. That will be equal to tan inverse of f of y will be is 25.736 divided by f of x is 181.953. So therefore this will be equal to 25. So this answer if will be equal to 8.05. This is the value of theta, that is the direction. This is the magnitude and this is the direction.